a while. Shit, if I'd have known that. What's going on, guys, girls? Rob, along with Keith.
I'm here. You little guy.
Yeah.
It gets scarier when it's on someone else's computer.
We had us a tornado. Us and Dwayne, I understand, had a tornado near him this evening. How far
away? It was over in Cecil County.
15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour?
Yeah, probably about 30, 40 minutes away.
Yeah. Where we were at, it was about 15 minutes earlier for us, and we got home, and the house was still here, so I was glad of seeing that shit.
You're doing right.
So, yeah. You worry about that stuff because
wind's crazy.
Yeah. And it was storming and stuff. You know when it starts getting that soupy way, it's like in the afternoon, evening, and you going outside and it's shirt's sticking to your back. No.
Yeah.
It's 75 or 80. It's not that hot.
Yeah.
But you start looking up and you start seeing the clouds show up, you know it's probably going to be a mean storm.
So how much of this country do they have access to that Hershey's ice cream? No, man,
I don't know.
That's been quite a discovery.
Hershey's ice cream. Have y'all got up and around
that is the best stuff ever.
Yeah, I mean, heck, we're only about an hour away from Hershey, PA.
Yeah, but do y'all have the ice cream called Hershey's ice cream too?
Certain stores does, Rob. Yeah.
Oh, God, we actually went. We last 2 nights. My man has been flipping for it. He's been like, let's go to school.
I got a cappuccino flavored one. That was amazing, and then I got a like bourbon cream that had like salted caramel swirl in it and some chocolate chunks or something. Oh man.
Yeah.
And then Darlene, of course, she puts the wet walnuts on top of hers, and that looked good. So I had to do that too. And then I had to add a brownie to it because.
So yeah, he bought him a little brownie they bake. They had it wrapped.
You know, sometimes for some reason, ever since last weekend, mine's been fixated on brownies.
Really? I wonder why. Oh yeah. I know why. All right.
Do you have some of them good ones?
Oh, let me tell you this little story.
I already heard this.
All right, so
you already told the story online.
Well, we'll tell it a second time. So we had to diner. We had a diner. We're sitting there eating. I don't know. He's eating whatever the hell he's eating. I'm eating what I got. And
we were done.
Oh yeah, we were done. Darlene was walking to the truck. Most blonde is in there, and she's got her a brownie with icing on it. Elson right here pipes up and says, "Oh, I bet that's good with ice cream." And she said, "Oh, I bet it is." And I'm thinking to myself, "You two get a damn room, you know." So this is the chapel right here. He didn't ask her nothing else. Oh, you have a good evening.
I didn't have a car.
Dude, you don't have to have a car if she's got a car.
Right.
Right. So what happens is all week long, every time he's been talking about brownies, he's been talking about this blonde. So if you're out there, little blonde, let us know your name, give a phone number, and I'll give it to my man right here to call you immediately. How about that?
It's a wonder he hasn't asked you to take him back to the diner in case that's a regular stop.
Put your picture up, clean picture, phone number, and I'll get it to the man right here. I'll get it to him. That was some funny shit, dude. This man. That was late. I mean, that was early this past week, and he's been talking about her all week long. I said, "We gotta get you out of this house."
So anyway, I got a brownie tonight.
I got a brownie tonight.
Phillies are down 7-0. They finally decided. Oh, woo.
Oh, there you go.
That must be that's 2 runs worth. How many did they get?
Wow.
Good Lord, they were down 7-0. Now it's 7-6. 8th inning.
They playing the Braves?
Top of the 6th inning. No, they playing the Mets. The
Mets all it took was for Rob to step away.
I had to step away from it with my hat. 7-0. 7-0. Me and my man here step away. We come over here and start working on the computer for a little while. Start talking to you, Dwayne, and all of a sudden they done put 6 on the board, and she's in that screen. Crazy. I thought it was worth 1 run. He thought it was worth 2 runs, but it's
Dwayne, you're a Braves fan?
Yeah.
Did you see
Since
the game the other night
82.
where Odubel swung at a ball that was like almost behind him?
No, I didn't see
Well,
it.
how about the ball that went between his legs and into the field?
That was something else. Boy.
Mm.
He gets so upset at Herrera and Castellanos. He's really down on those two guys. Castellanos, I think he's going to hit. And then he's blistering Castellanos on that fly ball to right center. You know what I'm talking about? The one that dropped.
They let it fall
But
between them.
Quinn kept calling for it, but when
Oh.
Castellanos conceded, so did Quinn.
Oh,
So,
I didn't see it.
yeah,
I know he's already wanting Joe fired. Jeez, you peeps.
yeah. He was hoping he'd be gone before I went back home, but
Yeah. Yeah. Heck, it's
yeah,
still
I got
early.
one happen.
I can't stand them Mets being in the lead, but
Yeah. They're,
I hate the Mets.
see,
I've always hated the Mets. Even before I was a Braves fan, I hated the Mets.
yeah, I've never been much of a Mets fan either.
Yeah.
And although I still think the Braves could catch them, the fact that the Mets have been gaining or expanding their lead here without their pitchers.
You got something to
being-
drink already?
Yes, I'm just watching this up
Yeah, it's crazy.
right now. That's and then what is it? I guess the Phillies, they're going to be playing. Well, they're playing the Mets again now, but they haven't played the Nationals yet. So
They got 19 games
still got
against the
19.
Nats still coming up. So
And how many against the Marlins? Have they played them just one or two series?
they played them 3 or 4 already. So they still got 15 or 16 more games with them.
Yeah.
That should
Okay.
help. We finished with the Dodgers. We're done with them, and we're done with a couple of other teams. So it makes a difference if you don't have to play.
Rockies, maybe.
Yeah, we're done with the Rockies. That's right. Shit, I tell you. So my man tried my chili.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he's got to give it. He's got to give it a rating out of 10. Yeah, be fair.
Out of 10?
Out of 10. Just whatever you think's right.
I'd say it was 9.8.
9.8. Oh my God! Wow. Now he never tried corn. He never tried corn before. That all we did is leave it in water for like 30 minutes or an hour. Put it straight on the grill. Have you ever eaten it like that, Dwayne?
You grilled it?
With
Corn cob?
with the shucks on it.
No, I've
With-
never done it that way, but I've heard
You do
about it.
You do it with the
Supposed to
shucks.
keep it
on
real
it.
moist.
You do even with the
It
shucks.
makes
on
it. It makes it. It makes it, the corn. Yeah, it stays moist, and it's like a real meaty bite off of the
Yeah.
cob.
So
Where you actually after you eat a crust and stuff, I mean, you can go back and almost do it again because there's still
yeah.
enough there. That
So I turn it over. I leave it in about 12 minutes or something. I like to go 4 minutes, 4 minutes, 4 minutes, kind of goes, and it gets black on it. You leave it out for a couple minutes and then just start peeling it back as much as you can, get all the shucks and stuff off of it. It cleans up pretty good. You just got to be careful with your hands when you're doing it.
Now I've boiled it while it's still in the in there, and that's good too. But I never fried it like
boiled
that.
it in the shucks.
So
Yeah.
grilling it. Husk, yeah. Husk,
like corn huskers.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Shuck the husk.
shuck them, yeah. I can give them a corn rating now. I said I'm not a corn person. I sat there and ate 4 myself. I'm like,
Did you?
yeah.
I'll
Did you have
give it a-
cornbread with the chili?
No, we didn't have any cornbread. I wish
Yeah,
I
love
would have had
cornbread with
I'll tell
chili.
you what, I'll give it a 9.5 with the caveat. I would be curious to just taste it like I would normally be prepared to see if it was the same, better, or worse in comparison.
So if you just boiled it, straight.
Yeah,
Now I have heard.
because sometimes I don't know if it would have been tasted exactly the same. I don't know if it would have been less sweet. I don't know if it would have been more sweet. I don't know if it would have been altered in any way whatsoever in the way that.
This is what people tell me. If you put 2 identical ears of corn side by side and you shuck one of them and put it into water and leave it in there for, let's say, 20 minutes or grill one for 15, you can tell the difference because it loses some of the taste to the water that boils. Now that's what I hear. That's what I hear from people.
Yeah.
So
no, husk might actually. I don't know if that would
hold it in.
add any flavor to it.
I don't know if I doubt it adds anything, but it's definitely
And I
the
don't know
water.
if you'd want it to, but
No.
yeah.
But it's pretty good.
So here's another little story of
bowling
amusement.
it because it husks so easy when you boil it. Instead of taking the husk off beforehand, you boil it with it on it. It comes off so easy once you boil it.
So here's another little story from our guy Rob here yesterday. We're out in the morning and he goes into the store and I went with him and we get bottles of Sundrop. We get in the car. Rob is like sitting there with his bottle and kind of shaking it a little bit.
I'm like, yeah.
He goes, shake it up a little bit. And I'm looking at him like, no. So he opens his up all over the place.
It happened that way, right into my
I'm
car.
laughing my ass off in a bench out in front of the store. He's laughing his ass
I opened the door. I had drove off, thank God. I opened the door and I had that damn thing going out of there like crazy. And I'm like, oh. But what it is, it's like a fruity flavor. You ever drink a Sundrop?
No,
It's like a fruity flavor. It's got little pellets or whatever you want to a little bit.
A little bit of a soury flavor.
Yeah,
it's a green can, isn't it?
Well, it's green bottle.
Yeah.
I know
red letters, right? Isn't it
they
red
used to
letters?
sponsor some NASCARs.
Yeah, well, Earnhardt drove for Sundrop for years.
Yeah, I think he was actually on some bottles, wasn't he? They did a whole bottle of
they did a collection with it.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, they did it, and then we went over and we got over and got one of them. I had to get me an RC while I was over there too. I love RC Cola.
RC
you
like my second favorite. I like Pepsi.
Pepsi's my favorite. Yeah. I don't like Coca-Cola.
I don't either.
No, Coke.
So you want to tell them what happened as far as our how much it cost us to go to a little ball game last night?
Oh, okay. All right. First, let me go get the ticket first.
It's kind of amusing in a way, but then it's like, oh, what the hell? It's only one night.
So if you haven't seen my channel overnight, what's up, Eli? Yankee signed Matt Carpenter. I'd heard they were interested in
okay,
him.
yeah. He has
we went to the Hillcats Columbia Fireflies game last night, and we decided to get box seats. We put $25 for Skybox. So we're sitting in the
I was like,
air
let's
conditioning.
Let's do it, Rob. Let's go ahead.
So what class are they?
We did that. Okay.
So we got just me and him went. Darlene decided to get away from the guys for one night. So we do that. And
so the room that I got, not the one with the woman with the brownie, but I get one with him.
Yeah. So but that is, if we wanted to, you could have as many as 15 people in there if you wanted to. And it was just me and him. Nobody else. They just let us have it for $50. So it was 25 a piece. And they said, okay, nice little cute little girl come in. And I said, I'm gonna be your waitress all night. Okay, no problem. Hot dog,
$7.50.
Yeah, with chili and a big order of fries, $7.50. So it's not terrible. And your channel was the first I saw. Eli, welcome. Subscribe to it. Definitely subscribe. Okay. Yeah, and check out.
And I'm not here very live all the time. I'll be back in my own grounds here pretty soon.
And he's thinking about starting his own channel too. So, and Eli, you see Dwayne Marks has his own channel. So check his,
and it's a very good one.
Right,
he does racing.
Check his channel out. Definitely, he does in boxing too.
Mm-hmm.
So last night the girl comes in there and said, "I'm gonna be your waitress all night." Keith says,
Katie, I think her name was.
Yeah. Keith says, I want a hot dog with onions and this and this and this on it, and I want fries. And I want a soda. Soda's $3 for a can.
Yeah, but I think she only charges $2.50 for them.
Oh, she may have. So anyway, $10.50, $10, whatever it is. All right. So cool. So he gives her like $12, $13, whatever, $14. Tip, whatever. We think. But we'll come back to that. Rob says, okay, that hot dog looks pretty good. So I want a chili dog. She said, oh, we've got chili. She comes back with one. We're just wadded up with chili and beans on it. And I got tater tots, $7.50. And I said, okay, I want a Coke. So I figured $10.50. So I give her, I think I give her $15. She says a little later, she comes back in. She says, he ordered. Did you order something else
I got one of those chili dogs with the
that's right.
tater tots.
He ends up getting
later, which was another $7.50.
And
I gave her probably,
oh, you didn't get
no, I get another drink. But I gave her probably, let's say $10, $10 or $11 for it.
After she brings his food the second time, she says, thanks, guys. You guys have been so sweet. I'll come back and bring your bill to you in a little bit.
Your bill? You
so, bro,
he goes back outside. He goes back outside.
I don't realize this.
So she's inside. And she goes, well, we got a big group order coming. She goes, you want to just go ahead and settle up? And I said, yeah, that's fine. So I'm thinking, I don't know what there is to settle up. Maybe she'll just give me a receipt, you know. She goes, well, yours comes to $20-something.
So what? Everything we've given her up to this
point
was
a tip.
Was a tip.
Yeah. As soon as you said about settling up, that was a tip. She loved you, too.
Guess why she's been coming in our damn room every day eating.
Right.
She's thinking these dudes, number one, are the most hard up motherfuckers on earth. Number two, they are just divorced and just getting away from whatever. Or they're the two stupidest motherfuckers, which that ended up being the fucking case. The two stupidest motherfuckers on earth. So she ended up with
a $45 tip between us.
She ended hot dogs and 2 drinks.
She ended up
3 hot dogs and 2 drinks. Yeah.
She ended up paying for her kids' first year in high school. and met him with each other.
And he throw some tickets and give back to you until you come back the next day.
He looked at
and the funny thing is we inquired about like if we had a large group or something up there, 10, 15, kind of how much it would cost, what we'd get with getting the room for the night and everything.
Yeah.
And she was so helpful on that. And she sent a guy in there with a sheet.
Oh yeah. Trust me.
With all the instructions.
Trust me. We want you. We want you two and 13 other damn crazies to come. And we hope they're no more. We hope they're no more straight in the head.
She's got retirement plans, so that thing never comes about.
Oh man.
Probably what, 24, 23?
No, she was.
Maybe.
She was probably in her 30s.
She might have been 30 years old. Yeah. But it was so funny, man. It was just like.
Well, most of them that used to work over at Hagerstown when we had the minor leagues, they was mainly either right out of high school or a year or two in college paying for college is who worked there. And matter of fact, my daughter worked there they would have businesses like my daughter worked for the Tilted Kilt. Instead of getting their own waitresses, the Tilted Kilt would go over there and serve beer and all. Darn. What class ball is it?
Single A. Now look at that. That's indoors, bro, and you can see the stadium from way up high there.
Yeah, damn, single A.
And then outside, you got 8 seats there you can sit on outside there underneath the cover right there. And yeah, you can. I mean, you can see the field too from right there. I mean,
who are they affiliated with?
The Guardians.
Oh,
Cleveland Guardians. Yeah.
And so they come out with an announcement early in the game, Dwayne, that says something like, because there's kids and everything here, be mindful to not use profanity and the like, or we might escort you outside the building. So we're in the first inning. Rob gets excited about something up there, and he's like, I don't know how loud he can yell, but he's probably on an 8 out of a 10 volume up there. Was
that after you already gave her a $20 tip?
This is one of my videos. They started to fight. Me and him turn our back for a second. They start fighting.
No kidding.
Yes, indeed, folks. We got a brawl.
It wasn't really a brawl. They were like, I like your girlfriend better than mine.
ain't blue. Tell ain't blue.
That was him all night long.
Settle down. The oldest man out there ready to fight. They were stroking, boys. Both dugouts. Both dugouts. Fight by fight. Yes, sir. I'm good. That was it.
Who was that was talking to you there?
That was a girl who came out there asking us.
Okay.
Chocolate. Oh, you want something else to eat? Not like yet, but
He was outside. I was inside, and she came in there, and I said something like, "He's been getting kind of animated out there." And I look out there, and his arms are pointing everywhere, and everything. And she's like, she says, "Yeah." She says, "We've been having a good time watching him for like
yeah, because they didn't have all the skyboxes sold out.
They were in the next skybox
right,
over.
yes, right.
And
And
people
it was
serving
a girl,
us,
right?
they were all
girls.
watching the game from up
Right.
at the counter and then over.
So what it is, it used to be the skybox was straight up $400, $350 or whatever, and they bring food to you. Well, it got to the point nobody would go to the skyboxes. So now, when you go up to the window, it says $25 individual skybox seat, and they tell you may have to share it with other people.
Right.
So,
yeah, one person alone can get in there by themselves for $25. But if they run out of room, they're going to start putting other people in the room.
Right. And then the fact is, if they want to, but we were just lucky enough. It was a Thursday night, a little overcast. Looked like it was going to rain. We thought for sure it was going to rain, and we didn't want to sit up there and pay a $12 ticket and then start it raining on us, and then have to go underneath and be like, okay, you're in somebody's seat, you got to get moved again, and all that bullshit.
Right.
So we were like, and plus there's a lot of kids there last night. It's always a lot of kids there. So we were like, okay, we don't want to have to put up that bullshit. So he said, hey, you want to do it, Rob? I said, what the hell? Elevated to go up to the third floor and just take you right there. And they escort you and stuff. And it said, okay, well, if you do like a nacho night, it's like $25 more. And then we'll set out enough nachos for 12 to 15 people. Now, if you want to have hot dog night, we'll set that out. And that's another 25. So whatever you want. If you wanted 3 or 4 of the items, you could go out there and say, "Oh, I want $100 worth," and they'd set the whole damn thing up like bar full of stuff.
Right.
And you can just have at it.
And you won some wings from
Buffalo
Wild Wings.
Buffalo Wild Wings, free wings because we scored 5 runs. We actually scored 6 in one inning, made it 6-0.
And you got to use that by a certain
time. You got to use. As long as you're one of the first 100 people that went to the game. That uses them, you will be able to go and get something from them. I think it's an appetizer at Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm not a Wild Wings person. I don't like them that good. But and then right here, if I go to Express Lane, free fountain drink coffee with any purchase. And I got to October. I got to October to use those. So it was cool, man. It really was. We went there last night and really not having any idea what we were going to do.
Yeah.
And Eli, you still with us?
Yeah,
Got
Eli.
Any questions for us?
First off,
what we're doing here?
Eli, where are you from?
If he's still here, hopefully he is.
Hope he is. Yeah, we
I don't see anything up in the corner there, Rob.
You don't?
Do you?
Do what?
Up there in the left corner, does it say if anybody's in there?
3 people.
All 3?
3 live folks here. Yeah.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah.
Comments, questions, stories, anything, your experiences at minor league, semi-pro games, basketball, football, soccer, doesn't matter. Dwayne, you got any stories from your experiences at the minor league games, anything like that?
Mainly that I get disappointed in it and paying the kind of money and watching them throw the ball around like a little
Did you see anybody that became a professional player or anything like that?
They're getting paid big bucks. Look like bums. Hagerstown, heck, we've had Harper came here. Quite a many. Brady and all them Orioles all came through Hagerstown.
Okay.
But Hagerstown's crazy. They think those guys should stay here their entire career. You know, they get pissed off when they move them up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's always like that.
Is that AAA?
That was only single A.
Big
Yeah,
way.
when those guys-
Okay.
we was double A for 1 year when Frederick. Keys-
Hagerstown Suns.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Double A
Suns.
is probably the bomb. That's probably the best thing to have is because you got the guys who are still very young, but are your prime prospects. Are we there?
Well, a lot of Orioles used to come up here to rehab since it's only 20 minutes from Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? So
Rather than go
Hagerstown's in-
somewhere else.
yeah, it's out to travel.
But
Yeah.
Bowie, isn't Bowie there?
See, back
Yep.
then they didn't have a team in Bowie.
Right. I think they have a team there now.
Yeah, that's Ripken and
Larry,
all put that team.
All right,
on.
Larry, come online with us. Come on. You said you wanted to be on here one night with us. Larry should come online with us. I don't have his email, but
Or if not, if he needs to type it, we can wait
Yeah.
for it to come on there. That'd be interesting to hear.
yeah,
So,
Did you hear about ID Gesture?
we did.
yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a darn shame.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
It is.
yeah, he,
Um,
I can understand not sleeping well. I'm sure I would.
Oh, exactly.
Manny Ramirez was
Yes.
playing a rehab game for Akron, which is Double A for the Tribe. Okay.
Oh,
So
okay, so that would have been probably in the early 90s.
Manny being Manny.
who knows
Yeah,
what he did?
Exactly. Got
He could have
that.
went up in the crowd and beat up people when he went to
That was
Yeah.
probably about the time Albert Bell was really making a name for himself.
Albert
No,
Joey
what
Bell.
did Albert? Yeah, Joey Bell. That's what he went by.
Albert Joey Bell.
When he
Yeah,
first
we used
came
to
up.
laugh about that bullshit.
Orioles
Hey,
loved having him on the roster all them years when he wasn't playing. Paid
He
him
had a
for
home
about
run
5 or
with
6
the-
years.
And,
He had a home run, which is still rising, going over the fence.
I think we saw it. They knocked that tree over tonight. Branches flying. and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Oh, that was a tornado. Never mind.
Yeah, it was a tornado, right? 99 or 2000, he said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he had already been in the majors for a while.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
rehab.
he said he was rehabbing.
Playing as a rehab. game.
Okay.
So
Okay,
it was
gotcha.
just before. It was just before he got traded to
Boston.
Boston.
Yeah, because one of the first Orioles to pitch here in Hagerstown rehabbing was Jim Palmer, and that was in 83, 84. I think 83 when they went to the series and he pitched some relief innings. He pitched in 83 here in Hagerstown. That was one of the first ones they brought up here because I think it was 81, 82 when Hagerstown got the minor league team.
Yeah. Yeah. And
The first year I liked them. They wasn't affiliated with anybody, and there was like 5 or 6 teams that sent players to Hagerstown, and they sent some damn good players.
independent players.
Mhm.
No, they was actually signed by major league teams, but the Hagerstown didn't get the affiliation until the next year, so they agreed to send players there so that I guess they needed like 8 or 12 teams in the league. You know what I'm saying?
Nowadays with salaries, you could not afford to send Aaron Judge to AAA to an unaffiliated team when
Right.
you got a manager that you don't know. Be like, okay, you can go out there and play a couple innings. Grass is a little wet or whatever, and then he comes up lame for the year. No, you couldn't do. That's why all teams have their own straight up affiliations now. Money wise, it makes sense. Doctor wise, it makes sense. And health wise, all the way around, it makes sense.
Well,
Because
they got rid of a boatload of minor league teams. Sure. This area got hit hard. Frederick lost their team. Hagerstown lost their team. Now Frederick got a team this year, but it's all undrafted players.
really,
Yeah, they're
No,
still
but-
called the Keys.
they
but
are
they're all
affiliate-
undrafted.
they're not with a major league baseball team.
No, it's called an undrafted league they're in now. And like I say, they played for the Keys, hoping somebody will see them and pick them up.
See, I thought Frederick was playing in the Carolina League.
Up until last year, yeah, this is the first year they lost the team.
I know.
Well, according to
Fredericksburg.
COVID, they didn't have one, but
I
you know
know
what I'm saying
Fredericksburg.
officially.
Yeah, Fredericksburg's got the Nationals. Delmarva has a team now.
Yeah, that's the one that more or less took over for Hagerstown.
Really?
Yeah.
The last night's team we saw was
Bowie used to be double A.
Columbia, South Carolina, the Fireflies. They came from Kansas City. Man, I'll tell you one thing. They didn't put a run on the board last night, but damn, Lynchburg was hitting the ball all over the field. They were jumping, running to catch.
Lynchburg still affiliated with the Mets?
Lynchburg with the Guardians now.
They're with the Guardians now. They used to be with the Mets when Hagerstown was in the Carolina League.
Red Sox later on. Mets in the 80s.
Yeah, exactly. That's when
Early 90s.
Hagerstown was affiliated with them.
Yeah,
that's back when Dorm was in the Carolina League, was with Atlanta.
They was with Red Sox. Then they got with Atlanta for a while.
Did they?
Then they got with Pittsburgh, and now they're with the Guardians. They've been with them for like 3 years. And,
Hagerstown went with Baltimore, Toronto, San Francisco, and Nats. I think that's the 4 teams. San Francisco, they brought Willie Mays in here. I told you that Willie Mays story. He hates Hagerstown.
Yeah.
And they brought him in and named a street after him, and it's called Memorial Boulevard. It was named after World War One after World War One for fallen soldiers, and they renamed that street Willie Mays Way. And people in town went ape shit, and they went back and changed it back to Memorial Boulevard, and they called him up and said, Hagerstown screwed you again. They took your street away from you already. I loved it.
Well, Mays, he participated in the Korean conflict, I think, in 1952.
Did he?
Yeah, because he didn't play in the majors that year.
Yeah. I know Ted Williams flew combat missions over in Korea.
And
right.
Two.
Right. He missed 3 years, right? 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. He fought World War II and Korea.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for both World War II and the Korean conflict.
Yeah, for both. Exactly. Yeah.
Flew from combat. And he got shot down, once or twice?
Once that I know of, Keith, but it might be twice, but I do know of once. Yeah.
He was considered a pretty good fighter pilot, I guess.
I don't know if he ever made ace quality or not, but they said he was damn good. And I mean, it makes sense how that hand-eye coordination that he had. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
8-6 Mets.
Yeah.
Phillies have a man on first, nobody out in the 7th inning. So it's they're on,
still a game.
Yeah, it's still a game, and they're on pace for another 4-hour marathon. They had a few marathons. What's up, 7-foot giant? They had a few marathons with the Braves this week. Yeah.
What's that?
They had a few of the marathon games with the Braves this week. Started.
They won 2 of them.
Huh?
Phillies won 2 of them.
2-2.
Yeah.
Neither team's looking great.
I'll tell you what's amazing me. If Baltimore had some hits, they'd have done a hell of a job against the Yankees. They couldn't hit, but their pitching showed up.
Yeah.
The Orioles are surprisingly playing well. I mean, they're not winning, but they're playing well.
The bullpen is probably top 5 in the American League.
No, exactly. Yeah. They're getting the pitching, just can't get the hitting.
But yeah, that Mountcastle guy, he ain't having a season like he had last year, I don't think.
Yeah.
And the other guys aren't either.
And the good news is they'll have some pieces they can trade for some.
Darn, I'm surprised the Heat's leading at halftime. I thought the Celtics would blow them away.
What's that series now? 2-2?
3-2.
3-2 Heat.
No, Boston. Boston can wrap it up tonight.
Oh, they can. And they're at home.
They're at home, game 6 at home. Yeah. Game 7 will be played in Miami if they make it there.
White Sox aren't playing as good as they should. They
should be running away with that division.
Huh?
On paper, they should run away with that division.
Well, I tell you what, the Twins are just a tough nut crew. They're just
they remind me, and I don't like them, is that San Francisco. They just know how to win.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
Scotty Scheffler caught Hostler and Stallings. Reed's a shot back.
They're all 9 under. Yep, they're playing down in Fort Worth, Texas this week. Scotty Scheffler's going
All Americans in the top
7 or 8.
10, pretty much.
Yeah,
You
it's
don't
a
like
top-
old Tony, huh? I always
Who?
like Tony.
In top 8.
Tony who?
La Russa. He says they should get rid
Oh,
of him.
LaRussa. Oh yeah, the old zombie. They need to get rid of that old man zombie. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tony La Russa. Yeah, we were talking about him earlier today. I think they would be better off and probably have a better record if they got rid of his ass. That's
I
just
like
my-
him, but he ruined baseball, in my opinion. He's the one that started that every pitcher pitches an inning.
And
Mm.
pitch count. He did. He started a whole lot of that pitch
Yeah, he
count.
started a
bullshit.
lot of stupid shit. I mean,
Yeah.
it wins, but I don't like it. Yeah, Dennis Erickson only pitched in the 9th inning. Then he got that
Seriously.
8th
Dennis
inning time.
Eckersley, you mean? Dennis
Yeah.
Eckersley, not
Eric.
Erickson was coach
Oh.
of Miami.
For Miami, yeah.
Mm.
And then, yeah, was up there in
They have
Washington.
Honeycutt and
Yeah, Honeycutt.
Nelson.
What do you guys think of the Raiders giving Colin Kaepernick an opportunity tryout? I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with it. The problem is we all should not be all talking about it like it's Christmas time and packages is going to start falling at the at the sky. If he makes a team, that's fine.
It's
I don't have
just
a problem with it. But the problem is going to be this.
the media circus.
It's going to be a circus more than ever in Vegas. And I think Mark Davis wants it. I think
No doubt.
he's not been happy with the kid quarterbacking.
I don't understand it now because I figure it's 4 or 5 years too late.
You would think so.
Carr
Yeah.
is the quarterback.
Yeah, Derek Carr. He's not been performing the way he should. I think he's trying to put some pressure on the kid.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
And if what happens, let's say if Carr goes out and goes 1-3 in the first 4 games, those 2 touchdowns and 6 picks, do you put Kaepernick in there? If you do, and let's say he plays 3 or 4 games, is Carr going to be so screwed up in the head when he comes back that he's thinking, okay, all right,
well,
it'll be
if
like
you put
this.
Kaepernick in, you might as well just cut loose with Carr.
Right.
I mean,
Because-
the days of him playing there are done.
You would think so, because think about it this way. Let's say you're a 16, 17-year-old kid and you drive in the car, and in the first week you drive and you go out there and hit somebody in the ass and you total their car. Obviously, when the next probably 6, 8 weeks, 10 weeks, you will be riding so far away from the car in front of you, defensively driving, that you won't even be thinking about the cars behind you and other things. You're just going to be thinking about what's right in front of you and all, and that's going to be him. If he gets taken out for Kaepernick, his head's going to get so screwed up. It's not going
Well,
to
I'll
be
say
fun.
this, Rob. You put Kaepernick in, can you even pull Kaepernick? You almost got to give him the whole season, or
You almost have to, just because.
But as an
all the
organization,
attention
you got to
and-
realize
yeah. Oh, that was just for show. You signed him to make it all the legal problems of the NFL go away.
that you
You
got to
know what I'm saying?
realize that you're putting every player on your roster in a situation where they're going to have to answer questions about Kaepernick's presence there on a daily basis, over and over and over again, every single place they go, not just at home. And they'll also have to probably deal with other fan bases being exceptionally brutal when it comes to booze and just being really what are you going to say,
Well, I don't think they would worry about the other fans. It'd be their own fans.
inhospitable to their
Yeah.
presence.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're worried about other fans, but they definitely should be worried about the Vegas fans out there, because
Yeah.
most of those Vegas fans are coming from California or traveling. You know,
Yeah, they might be kind of fickle out there. You
Yeah.
don't know.
if you piss them off, are they going to travel to come to the stadium? Because, like I say, I doubt if most of your season ticket holders is from the Las Vegas area.
Right. You're exactly right.
What
yeah.
are your thoughts about it, Chicago? Do you like it?
Personally, if I owned the Raiders, I wouldn't get close to the guy. Dwayne?
No, not with having a car is not terrible. You know what I'm saying?
And it's not like Kaepernick would be the second one, the next one down my list to go after.
Right.
There are other guys out there I would go after first. How about you?
No, correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's already signed. If you was looking to do that, you should have tried to get somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. That before they got signed.
Inventory of the guys that are still on signed rate as of now that have NFL experience, but there's probably got to at least be a couple out there that
have played within the last year, 2 or 3 that could still do what they need to do. What's a kid that used to play for Philly, and he was a USC kid? What's Sanchez? Where's he at now?
Oh, I have no clue.
I think he's still playing. Playing. I mean, he's played in the last 2 or 3 years. So I mean, you know.
But you know that you could maybe work out a trade. The Ravens have that guy that played behind
Lamar Jackson. Yeah, they
behind
could trade
Lamar Jackson.
I would like to see him trade Lamar.
Kyle Rudolph might have, Taylor Heineke might be somebody that somebody might want to give a shot. Is Fitzpatrick still out there, or somebody pick him up?
I'm not sure, Keith. That's a good question.
Fitzpatrick. Did he not get signed by?
The Colts just signed Foles, right? Or they trade for him. I don't know how that went down, but I think just this week they acquired him.
They got.
Where's Matty Ice now?
Matty Ice is their quarterback. He's their starter.
So Foles is a backup to Ice
in Indianapolis.
Okay. And who do the Falcons have then?
Falcons, they got their old quarterback.
They're just going to go Wildcat.
Did they get the old quarterback, the black kid?
Who's that?
Jacoby Brissett or whatever.
Oh, the guy that used to be with the Colts, and then
maybe
he was he was starting for somebody else.
New England. He started for.
I've watched a few quarters. That's about it of that USFL. I haven't watched a full game.
Yeah. Have you guys been watching USFL this year? No. I can't.
I did some the first couple of weeks.
I can't get into it.
I watched a few quarters.
Yeah.
I seen where Birmingham and the Jersey Generals, I think, are the 2 best teams right now. I think they're both like 5-1, something like that.
Yeah.
It would help to have them playing in front of home fans and stuff, instead of just all in one stadium.
Yeah, I think they was scared of COVID and starting up and getting shut down.
Now what do we got? Monkeypox or something they're talking about.
Yeah, I don't think they want it to be like the XFL and that AAFL where COVID could shut you down and you end up going bankrupt the first year.
That's fair. A year-long suspension.
It could. I tell you what. Don't be surprised if a kid from Cleveland gets at least 6 to 8 weeks.
Starting quarterback.
Yeah,
Watson.
Why do I say that?
Around, sure. If I'm Cleveland, I ain't happy.
Well, let me tell you why. If you go look at Cleveland's website and look at their game times, now you would think with Deshaun Watson and this team, the way that they're put together, they would be a top 5 AFC draw. Agreed?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They have no games other than 1:00 games for the first 6 weeks. All of 1:00 games. That kind of tells me something is coming from a league office, and they're probably going to be playing whoever the hell's behind them the first 6 weeks. Then after that, I think they've got either 3 or 4 primetime games coming up in the last 12 weeks.
Yeah.
So it kind of tells me something's going to happen. I don't know.
Now there's a new development about the women complaining about his new contract after they settled for the amounts that they were going to pay.
We don't know if these two
does the
women
NFL even care about that?
They can't like seeing his name getting plastered still out. They want it to be as quiet as possible, and these women are coming back out.
Because they settled for what they thought they could
Some of-
get, and
right.
now they're seeing this guy get 300 and something million. is it?
350 million, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, and
nobody was even negotiating against him practically. It was crazy.
no, right. It was.
I
It
did
was.
not understand that.
No, I don't either.
Mm.
No, and
Wasn't
now
like it was a big bidding war.
the kid in Arizona wants 80 million a year. 80 million. Kyler Murray. He wants a 3-year, $240 million deal. How about that? How about that, Dwayne?
I know.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine? Can you imagine Arizona opening their wallet that much?
Exactly. Well,
80
Baltimore
million.
down here, I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to
Which
be paying
NFL
him.
team that finished in last place last season in their division do you think has the best chance of winning their division this year? Washington. Did they come in last year?
I believe
That
so.
was the Giants.
No, that's right. The Giants did. Giants
Oh,
did.
did they?
I would say either Seattle or Denver. Maybe Baltimore. I guess Baltimore because there were only 2 games.
They win last.
Yeah, and they were only 2 games. Or they were tied with Cleveland. But
Who was the other one you said?
Denver.
Denver was
Denver.
7-10.
Denver. I like their chances the best.
Yeah, I
Because-
do
They
too.
made a big deal with Seattle, right?
I don't like
They got
Seattle.
Wilson, and they
Yeah.
spent a good bit of money in free agency too.
Right. I don't like Seattle's chances. Do you?
No, they're rebuilding. I mean, anything can
Right.
happen, but they're not trying to win, in my opinion.
Right.
Yeah, the only thing I wonder is if those other teams might, maybe not the 49ers. but-
Rams. How about the Rams?
Yeah, could they take a step back, you think? I mean,
not
yet.
Not that far, but yeah,
Not
I
that
mean,
far.
they're not. I don't think they're going to be
Arizona's
dominant.
got their issues with their quarterback too, because he's wanting
But
a
I still-
ridiculous amount of money.
I still like Arizona over Seattle with it in the situations. How about you, Dwayne?
Yeah,
But
correct.
you know, Seattle kind of overachieved in my eyes last year.
They
anyway.
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Seattle really. I think this is a team could flush down this year, 3-4 wins maybe. I really think so. I
Yeah.
mean, you agree?
Oh yeah, I like to say I don't know where their plans are. You know what I'm saying? It's
But
one
the
of those
Jets-
deals with
Who's their
trading-
quarter? Who the hell's going to be their quarterback?
I have no clue. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what
They
these
got
plans
Watt,
are.
right?
Yeah, they got Drew Lock. They did get Drew Lock. So
Oh, did they?
yeah, but is that enough? I
Well,
don't
who did
know.
they get from? They did get a quarterback from Pittsburgh, didn't they? And Denver rather. Was that who they got? Luck. in the
Yeah,
trade?
Lock. Yeah,
Yeah.
Drew Lock from Denver.
Now
yeah.
the team that was the last place team that might make the biggest improvement in wins over last year, could you think that could be the Lions?
Yeah. Well,
Because they only won
wins-
3 games last year,
Oh, yeah.
and they have made a ton of acquisitions in the draft with their picks that they got from the Rams.
Yeah, but
they're-
then again,
they're-
last year I didn't think they would lose that many games either.
I
didn't
wouldn't
think they
either.
was that bad.
It's all according to how
But they
good
do like their coach, and
It-
he's the second-year coach.
it's
now.
it's all according to how their quarterback comes out and plays. If he plays flat, they could lose 15 games.
Yeah.
If he comes out and plays decent, they could go 500. I
Did
think
they
I
fix
think
that
they're-
line any? Their offensive line is atrocious.
yeah. They did go out. They went out.
One of those
they
first
dra-
picks they got in
yeah.
the draft, right?
Right.
I don't know.
Did they?
Well, I don't know. They
Plus, they got Aiden Hutchinson too. They got him
Yeah,
defensively.
that'll help as far as teams not being able to run the ball down your throat and all.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you also got the Jets, a team that only won 4 games last year. Not really sure. I know that they had some picks too. They had a couple in the first round.
Yeah, I don't see
remember
them
what they
winning that
picked.
division with Buffalo
And then the
New England.
Jaguars, of course, only had 3 wins last
See,
year.
now that's a team we could. How many wins they get? 3.
3.
All right. Look at Houston right now. Houston is kind of in turmoil. Indianapolis, yeah, they've got Ryan, but Ryan's 39 years old. If one hit away from them starting, Nick Foles, who people right now don't have confidence on the kid. In the
So what you're
kid,
saying is there's 4 division games right there that kind of gives them.
it could. And Tennessee, look at Tennessee right now. They are down there right now. There are fans saying we want to see the kid from Liberty start the season. Now,
Well, how many
And-
single score games did they win last year? It was a bunch.
how many? But Tennessee,
Yeah, 7 or less.
7 or 8. Yeah.
Yeah, so I
And
mean,
that
you
is-
switch them around, you lose 3 or 4 of them games. What a difference a year makes.
Right. And the
Yep.
thing of it is, you go into the playoffs last year, people expecting all this out of you, and then you get beat the first round.
Yeah, well, like I say, they might not even make the playoffs. I think they're a team that possibly is one of the. There's always 5 or 6 teams that don't make the playoffs that made it.
They
the year
kind of
before.
nosedive from the year before.
Yeah, because like I say, you look at that, those close wins could be close losses this year.
Exactly. That's why I think, I've said all along, who's going to be your biggest impact quarterback this year? I think it's going to be Willis. I do not think it's going to be the kid from Pittsburgh. The kid from Pittsburgh, yes, he's going to probably have the keys to the car right off the bat, but he is still going to be tested to not to the extreme that the kid from they're going to start him in the water slowly. Pittsburgh likes to run the football, and I just think
Najee Harris, is it?
Yeah,
Well, he could play well up there as a rookie, and they still not win as tough as that division is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. But Tennessee, if the kid from Liberty goes over there and starts playing well, that's a team that could win 10 or 12 games. Like you say, they just as easily could lose 10 or 12 games.
Yep.
That's a team. I think they are hard to figure this year. I really do. I think that's a team that could really, really flip or flop. And that's a team I would be really, really hard pressed to pick how well they're going to do.
Well, there's no dominant team in that division, so that helps.
Right.
Out.
And then how well will the kid come back from the Clemson kid down in Jacksonville with a full preseason with a coach that's got some damn brains?
Right. He's got Peterson down there, don't he?
Yeah. And he took a team to a Super Bowl,
and he's good with quarterbacks.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Nowadays that a good coach ain't looked upon unless they willing to kiss the players' asses, then we'll keep you. But if you're not willing to kiss their asses, we're either going to have to get rid of you or the player. The only one that makes sense is get rid of the coach. And and Peterson said to hell with him. He won't put up with the bullshit.
Yep.
Philly is a tough place to coach.
Yes, it is.
Where do you think Julio Jones signs with? Well, I tell you what, it would make
Is he free to come back and play now? Wasn't he suspended?
He got suspended last year with Tennessee. I think he can come back this year. If he comes back, does it make sense for him to go to Indianapolis? He used to play with Matty Ice.
Or was he hurt? Now, the guy, Ridley, who the Falcons made their number one, he did get suspended.
He got suspended, correct.
Yeah.
Maybe Jones didn't get hurt. I mean, maybe Jones got hurt.
Yeah, Jones might have just got hurt.
But if he can go to Indianapolis, why not? He knows Matty Ice, and I tell you what, be back in the dome too.
Yeah, Frank's a good coach too. I like Frank.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to turn Wentz around out there. I really did.
Now, what do you think should be the strategy for the Chiefs, Andy Reid, with Mahomes? You got the superstar. At times seems a little bit reckless. Sometimes it seems like he's not. It's hard to say this because he's such a dynamic player out there, but he typically gets off to slow starts in the game, and I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's a lack of focus early in the games, if it's just the adjustments haven't kicked in to read the defenses. I don't know what that is. But this guy seemed, when he was playing in his first or second year in the league, like he was playing better than what he is now. And I don't know if there's a way.
I think he's a better quarterback, Keith, when he's just playing sandlot football. And at the beginning of the game, you got those plays scripted, and you're trying to decide what defense you're going to see in this situation and all. I think he's just better off going back in that pocket and saying, run an out route. If you're not open, I'm just going to run around the pocket and I'll hit you later on. Yeah.
Well, this is going to hurt him, not having Hill.
Yeah.
But they got some good receivers they picked up. We'll see if they pan out.
And now Philadelphia looks like they may be in the process of maybe doing well. 8-6, top of the 7th. Top of the second and third, 1 out, 8-6, top of the 8th. Phillies got 2 men on.
Second and third.
No. Oh,
Who's
yeah.
up?
Second and third. And who's up?
Stubbs.
Stubbs. So they may even pinch it with Real Muto then. That could happen.
But he's batting 393.
Yeah. We'll see. He's batting 393, but he's only got 14 at bats all year or some bullshit like that. So he doesn't have a big. Yeah, Philadelphia scored 6 in the top of the 6th. How about that? They scored all 6 runs. They had 9 batters come to the plate, and they scored all 6 runs. Didn't leave nobody on base, and they got 3 outs. And that was their 9 at bats.
That's happened a lot this year, sure, in Major
yes,
League Baseball.
Yeah, 6, 7, 8 runs no longer is what it used to be.
Yeah,
And
like
and
saying big innings happen a lot.
you can't blame for them bunting and all that stuff. You can't
The
blame
Boston Red Sox have been putting up some runs here the last few days. They got 8 more tonight.
70.
They're out of last place now.
Yeah, before last night they'd scored 74 in their last 10 games. How about
Is that right?
And then tonight, how many did you say they scored? 8?
Right there. And so
Their
they're tied
bullpen
at
is
8.
terrible.
8-8 with the Orioles.
They were up 8-2 tonight, but like you were, I think Dwayne was telling us that
They was up 6, 7, 8, 8-2. Yeah,
and now it's 8-8.
yeah. They've scored
Oh, the
3,
Orioles finally scored some runs.
3 in
Yeah.
the 7th, 3 in the 8th, and they tied it up. So it's 8-8 there.
Well, that's
Collins
Boston's
up.
bullpen there. That's got to be the worst bullpen in the major leagues.
The Red Sox.
Yeah, they're terrible. Of course, I mean, they're going up against the 3 or 4 of the best hitting teams in the league in that
Yeah.
American League East. So that makes it even worse.
Yeah, and
You got the
Toronto.
Yankees, Toronto and Tampa Bay, sure.
Toronto is not heated up yet. When they start playing well, watch out, because I really
agree.
think they're the best team in the division. I watched Mad Dog Russo today. He said nobody's catching the Yankees. They're 7.5 up. I think somebody catches them. I just think
I don't think they'll catch them, but I think they'll come back to earth a little bit.
I think before they got 110 games. I think they're going to get them.
Yeah, you might be right. Chicago.
I don't know. I figure if they start trailing off, they'll pull out the big checkbooks and make some big trades in the trade deadline.
I still think the Dodgers are going to win the World Series this year. You know what? I like a Brewers in the National League. I like a Brewers.
Yeah, they're good.
The Brewers could run away with
And
it.
I like the Twins in the American League. I like 2 Central teams. I think I ended up picking the Twins to win it all, but I wouldn't be surprised to see the Brewers win it. Dodgers, hell, they had the best team last year other than the Giants. And look how quick the Giants and Dodgers both folded last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see what's
I
happening.
love them losing, not just because it was Atlanta. I just hate the Dodgers.
It's 2 outs now. 8-6. Phillies are down.
And Real Muto.
Real Muto is up. Second and third. And the Mets are changing pitchers right now. So they'll probably go to a right-hander. You got to think they will. This is a time they would have went to Urias Familia, but they don't have him anymore. Philadelphia has him. So this is going to be interesting to see who they end up going to right here. The Mets are playing so far above their heads right now. They don't have DeGrom. They don't have Scherzer. And they're both out for another month, it looks like. Scherzer could come back second week of June. But they're saying DeGrom may not be back before the All-Star break. And this team is still playing great. They are getting some good starting pitching. They're getting good starting pitching.
So if you're following the Bears right now, do you think it's okay to assume that Fields is a quarterback that's going to give you a chance to win a Super Bowl? Or do you think, I mean, it's early, or do you think that that's kind of unrealistic?
This year?
anytime in the next few years. Because he
I
had
mean,
the
it
kind
depends on what they
of
build around him. I won't write him off yet.
Okay. I had my doubts, but then I think I probably underestimate him because of the Haskins ordeal with seeing an Ohio State quarterback there. And every Ohio State quarterback that preceded him that just doesn't seem to pan out in the NFL.
Yeah.
I think Mike Tomczak was like one of the very best products
Right.
that ever came from that school. And that's not saying anything.
No. Like Dwayne said, let's say the kid came out and progressed and really, really well this year. They are still, I think, 10, 12, 15 players short.
Oh, yeah.
Of
that team
of
ain't
even winning the NFC.
Yeah, they got a lot of holes.
They do have too many holes to fill, and I think that's a long, long road.
They have a committee of running backs that has some talent. They have a decent receiving core, I think. Offensive line, I don't know how deep that is.
Not real deep. And
they had a pass rush, and they seem to still have one, but it's not going to be as solid as it was when they had Mack.
And their linebackers are weak right now.
Yeah. I mean, the guy that they got out of Georgia from a couple years ago, Smith. Was it Anquan Smith or something like that? He's a beast that covers a lot of territory, but I don't know what their secondary is going to do because that used to be the strength of the one of the strengths of the defense they had back when they had Urlacher and stuff there, but until when they had Peanut Tillman and guys like that back there. But,
3-0 is a count on 3-0 is a count on Real Muto. I don't know who's on deck. 3-1. Hoskins, Reese Hoskins on deck.
Did you like that hockey game last night?
With the Oilers?
Yeah, did you think it was a goal?
I did not hear. I heard.
I thought it was.
You thought it was a goal?
Yeah, I didn't think he kicked it in. I mean, he meant to make sure his skate hit it, but I didn't. Like they said, how can you kick something if your skate's still on the ice?
Yeah. It was on the instep, and that's probably why. If it had been backside and would have went in like that, they probably would have gave it to him, and they got him out.
See, my whole thing with instant replay, I always thought it had to be conclusive. Otherwise, you go with whatever it's called. And they change stuff now that, in my opinion, whichever way it was called on the field, the ice, the court, it should stand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I got you. And that would have took them to a game 6.
Yeah, I mean, it was rough.
Don't
get me wrong, you had another.
You're a big Flames
fan. It was
fan.
like 7 or 8 minutes plus the overtime to win it. So it's not like it completely cost you. It wasn't like it was the last seconds of overtime and they came back and scored it right away.
Right. You're a big Flames fan.
No, I was just watching the game, Rob, and I thought it was a goal and they got robbed.
I got you. Anybody gonna beat Tampa?
I don't know. Edmonton looks tough. They do look tough.
I hope so. I'm an Oilers fan, so
that's what I thought. Yeah. I like the Caps just because they're local.
Do what?
Toronto had them in a game 7.
Yeah. You're right. Toronto had Tampa in the game 7 this year. So yeah. So it's been pretty tough. 10:30 out there, guys. Don't forget, check out Dwayne March's channel. Dwayne, when are you going to race Division 1 and 2? You got a 2 race coming up now, Division 2 race tomorrow, or did you race both of them today?
No, I only did since there's only 10 races in Division 2, Rob, I skipped this week with Division 2.
I got you.
So there'll be 4 weeks where I don't do 2 races, you know what I'm saying?
Understood. I got you. Yeah.
So that way they end the year at the same time.
I got you.
Yeah, that's my plan. That way the one division isn't done. I got 4 races left in Division 1. Try to get them both to end at the same time.
Totally.
Tomorrow, like I say, she has the prom and all, so I don't know what I'll be doing tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, I want to watch all the races. You got the Formula 1 race, the 500 and the 600.
Yeah, I got you. So you're gonna be at your TV then.
Yeah, on Memorial Day. I love Memorial Day with racing. Get up and watch Monaco over there and
Yeah.
F1 and then Indy at 12 something and then NASCAR at 6.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
Daniel Snyder going to be doing a year from now? Is he still going to be owning the Commanders, or?
Oh
I
boy.
think as long as he don't get arrested for felony charges. I don't see 24 owners wanting to start a precedent where 24 owners start taking a team away from you because you piss somebody off and they can get a coalition and then you lose your team. They don't want to start that. But if he gets felony charges, they'll
Yeah, I
probably
mean,
do
you
something.
take a certain position, like in the CBA agreement, and you're trying to look out for your team, and then maybe some of the other teams, and those other teams are like, well, that doesn't fit our self-interest, and so then all of a sudden there's this
Yeah,
dirt
like I
that
say.
goes on to try to.
Yeah, I don't think these billionaires want to be trying to decide ethics against each other because I think they're all a little dirty, man.
all got
You
skeletons.
start looking in my closet, I'm going to look in yours, and you ain't going to like what I find.
Yeah. I got you. You're not gonna make $1 billion and all of it above water.
No,
Now,
exactly. And
I'm with
even if you did, there's people out there that's going to say you didn't just to get notoriety and all. So yeah,
Yeah.
if
All
you're
right.
a billionaire, you piss somebody off, whether it was legit or not, and
Yeah.
they're willing to tell stories on you.
Is that good for tonight?
It is good for it. Dwayne, when so you'll probably get another race going maybe Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, Rob. She's got graduation Tuesday, so hopefully Monday. Yeah.
Okay, so Monday works out great for you, and then
Yeah.
Thanks for sticking
Yeah.
with us, Chicago.
yeah, we do appreciate Dwayne sticking with us, Chicago sticking with us. You all have a great rest of your evening. Like I say, we've been messing around with some playoff pitch.
Put some on the YouTube channel when you're doing stuff, Rob.
We should.
Yeah. Especially if you're doing
that.
that bowling. I like to see that. I've never seen anybody do that
All
on
right.
there.
We can try it. We
Because I
can do
haven't
that.
bought it yet. I like to see it, especially if you could do
Sorry,
like
it ain't
some of the
hard.
70 golfers. You got some of them?
So some of the
Earl
what?
Anthony and them? You got Earl
Bowlers, man. You say golfers.
Oh, did I say golfers? I'm getting as bad as you.
I've been doing it all week.
I know I'm getting as bad as you.
I was in there. And I said something about which golfer you gonna take? And he said golfer. I said, oh. So, but now we've got. I don't even know if they're real guys or not. I'll have to give you names. I'll have to give you their names and all and stuff. But
yeah,
it's some cool stuff. We've been doing 4 against 4, and then adding it up and seeing how it works. So
yeah, I like to see it on here.
I've
only seen it on Play, and he just does like a one bowler occasionally when he's gotten a new set out and trying to sell.
So tomorrow, maybe we'll do it before lunchtime. Maybe we'll try to get 2
Yeah, cool.
We'll do that. Maybe we'll try to. We've been doing the Cubs and the Astros in a series.
What year?
2019. Cubs up 3-2 right now. Up.
Yeah. Like I say,
the Astros. Verlander. It's going to be Verlander against Hendricks, Game 6 at Houston. If they win, then we'll go back to Chicago.
You say you use a payoff pitch?
Payoff pitch. Yeah. So we may be able to have that on here too. So
cool.
If we're able to, you all have a great rest of your evening. God bless. We will talk to you soon. Thank you, Dwayne.
No,
thank you,
welcome.
Chicago. I want to thank my good friend Keith White. He's just been an excellent guest, and he's heading on back this weekend. So if we can do it, we'll try to do it tomorrow.
Yeah, and like I say, Rob, if anybody out there knows ID Jester, keep him in your prayers.
Yes. ID Jester going through a lot of physical and a lot of mental shit too now.
Yeah,
so
I'm sure.
Yeah. Prayers out to him and his family. God bless, folks. Thank you so much, Dwayne, and have a great weekend yourself, bud.
You too, man.
All right. Bye-bye. How's it going, hobbyist?